Happy Book Talk Tuesday and welcome back. So I want to talk to you today a little bit about our packages that you guys have started checking out. I love it. You guys are getting these. Barcodes are either on the front or some of them are on the back. So you can get either place. You will scan that. Remember, you have to read at least half of this before you turn it back in. I have already had some friends here that have turned their books in, and I know that you have not read half of it. I know that you have not even read the first page. You have to give these books a chance. I'm not putting books under that tree that I think are I'm putting books under there that either I've read and I know they're great, or kids have told me that those books are fantastic. So that's what I'm putting under there. So you have to read at least half before you do that. And you cannot come in and say, somebody turned my book in by accident. Or, my mom said I can't read that. If you get one book, you cannot get any more books. So only one. So it reminds me of the thing is that there are books that I have not wanted to read. There are books that I've looked at and I've thought, no desire. Like Harry Potter. I did not want to read Harry Potter at all. But I read the first one because it was really controversial, and when I first became a librarian. So I read it, and it was okay. I didn't love it. Then I read the second one, and I thought, well, that was better than the first one. And then I read the third one, and then I couldn't stop, and Harry Potter is now my favorite book series. But if I would not have kept going and giving it a chance, I would not have known that. So you cannot pick up your book and open it and then look at it and say, I didn't want to read that, because it might be your favorite and you didn't even know. All these books by Stuart Gibbs, I had no desire to read any of the Stuart Gibbs books. I don't know, I didn't want to. I didn't want to read about space. I just didn't want to. A fiction book about space was not my thing. But I read this because it was a Bluebonnet book, and I just thought I read all the other ones, so I thought I should read this one. You guys, this book is fantastic. It's mystery. It's suspense. It's there's some drama in here. It's just, and there's a murder. There's a murder in here. So I love it. There are 3 books in this series. I haven't read all of them because he has so many books. That's all I would be reading if I was reading Stuart Gibbs, and I don't have time to do that. So, Mr. Gibbs, I'm sorry that I judged your books before I read them, because you are an amazing author, Mr. Gibbs. Okay. Spy School series. This is not the first one in the series, but this is the one I read. I was not lost. I still thought it was a great book. I could tell that I missed some things in the other books, but I thought it was amazing. And then I read this one in the Fun Jungle series. It's about so what happens is at Fun Jungle, it's like a amusement park zoo kind of place. It's kind of like SeaWorld. It's got both. And this kid's parents work there. In this book, the koala is missing, and this kid, whose parents work there, happens to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So that series, Wings of Fire, I didn't want to read Rings of Fire. I don't really typically read about dragons. It's not my thing. But I read the first Wings of Fire, and I thought, oh, wow, now I know why everybody loves this series. I would read all of that series if I had time. Oh, my gosh, it was good. So there's a book that a friend has been telling you about here, one of the students at school, and she's talking about how great it is, and it is about boxing. I do not care for boxing. I think it's a ridiculous sport. I don't like it. I don't want to see it. But she keeps talking about this book, and now I want to read it. It's called War in the Ring. So I'm going to read it, even though I don't like boxing, because she says it's amazing. So do not turn your books in when you have not given them a chance. Same with your friends. It's like your friends. If you don't get to know the people around you and the people you're with, you can't say that you don't like them or they're not your friend. Maybe they're rough around the edges. Maybe they're hard to get to know, but once you get to know them, they turn out to be some of your closest friends. That's happened with me. You have to get to know people before you decide, if you are or are not going to be their friend. Same thing with a book. You cannot decide you're not friends with a book just because you read the first page, because that's not really much of the book. So I hope you guys will give these books a chance, give lots of books an opportunity so that you can read them and enjoy them. I will see you in the library. Oh, one more thing. In 2 days at our school, we have author Nathan Hale coming here. Nathan Hale! He is going to be in our school all day long on Thursday. And I am so excited. In fact, I'm staying right now because I got to get ready for company. We got company coming. So I got to get myself organized and make it look kind of neat around here because I got messes everywhere. So Nathan Hale is coming. I have heard amazing things about his presentation, so I can't wait. So you guys, you're in for a super amazing treat if you go to Wilkerson. So you guys have a great day and read lots of books.